Just out there searching for my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
All right, it's Sunday, October 8th. I didn't make it out for the morning this morning. I had to change the headlight bulb in my wife's vehicle, and then I ended up just going to church and getting some time in with the wife and daughter. Headed up into an area that it's kind of a open ridge top that it goes onto some private up above me, and off to the sides and below me there's some bedding, pretty thick cover. I didn't know they're doing some logging in the area here, so I'm really not sure what to expect, but I'm just gonna go in here anyway, give it a try, see what happens. Got some good gusty winds. It's getting a little chilly. Should get pretty cold tonight, so deer should be up and moving. We'll get in there and see what happens.
I need him to move right into an opening on my strong side. Instead, he turns left and comes through on the weak side. I swing around and draw anyway. That was a nice little 8-point I had come through here. I got to full draw on him, but I did not like the opening. I had to shoot through and he was moving and just couldn't make it happen, and eventually he busted me. He was close, probably 8 yards, right over my shoulder here. I'm gonna try to sit tight here till dark. That's awesome. Alright guys, well, I just made the trip up here. It's kind of a miserable, rainy, windy day, like 17-mile-an-hour winds. Over this way, go through this stuff, there's a clear cut, and then I just saw on the map there's an island out kind of in the middle of the clear cut. I'm gonna kind of go glass that. I might go cross it and go check it out. I got here, and in the sand there's a bunch of tracks, and there's a good run crossing this road and heading towards that island, so I'm just gonna kind of go real slow and check it out, see what happens. Just bumped a nice buck. Well, smaller buck, but I would have been happy as heck with him. So it's gonna be hard to see, but I was walking this. I'm standing on the trail right now, and it kind of came through where that pine tree is, right where my arrow's pointing. I came through that way. The buck I bumped was right there where my arrow's pointing. I walked right by him. The clear cut is right up there in front of me. Son of a gun. Well, I'm gonna keep going, check it out. Get ready, it happens fast. Well, that was fun. I got up to this little island I was talking about, and right off the point of it, a coyote came trotting out, so I turned the camera on quick, drew, and flung an arrow. Yeah, I'm guessing it was about 30 yards, and I think I went right under him. Alright, well, I had so much fun doing that, walking around, got that shot at that coyote, that I got a nice long ridge here that I've hunted in the past. It's perfect for leeward bedding.
right now with this wind. Haven't quite decided at what height I want to walk the ridge, closer to the top, more middle. I think with this strong wind, they might be bedded down a little bit lower, but who knows? I'll get in there, see what I think. I have shot a deer actually doing exactly this, but that was with the rifle a few years back. I probably should take the compound with me just to be able to take a longer shot, but I'm gonna just stick with the recurve and have some fun out there. That's what it's about, right? So, here we go.
Well, I've been working my way down this ridge. Haven't seen anything yet. Haven't really seen much for sign either. I did make it all the way up to the top. That's the only way I could get my wind to even somewhat cooperate. So now it's just blowing right down towards the road. I did I paralleled this ridge, the road parallels it at the bottom. And when you get down towards the opposite point that I started on one end, when you get down to the opposite end, I did cut a lot of tracks leading up towards the ridge. So I think the bedding is going to be down a little further yet. So I'm just going to keep slowly working my way up and over these fingers and hopefully run into something. We'll see. Right, I just got set up here for the evening. I'm sitting here in this cornfield. I'm right on the edge of a soybean field. It's about a 10-yard shot to the edge. I got the recurve out here with me. I didn't film much of an intro. I figured I would when I got all set up because I didn't expect anything to be in here until a little later. But out in the soybeans there, I got a little doe that's already up and feeding and walking around. So hopefully it's going to be a good action-packed night. Just had a second deer enter the field there. Looks like a bigger doe. Hopefully it'll work this way. A deer appears in the corn with me inside of 10 yards. After almost 10 minutes, he turns to walk away, and I stand to try to make him move. Well, that was wild. I just had that little spike. I didn't get any film of it. You ain't gonna see it, but had a little spike coming through the corn right at me. He was at about 8 yards, just standing there staring me down. And I was just contemplating what to do. I got off my chair and I got down on one knee. And I was kind of loaded up to draw and stand and shoot. But he just seemed fairly relaxed. I thought he was going to calm down, but he just ended up turning to walk away. So I stood up and he was gone. I don't know how that happened, like where he got to. It was just so quick and he was just gone. He didn't take off running, he just kind of snuck right through the corn. That was crazy. So it was a fun hunt. Saw a bunch of deer when I crawled out of the corn here. They just were taking off everywhere in the soybeans. So I'll be back. See you next time.